Hi everyone. I'm Jerusha from Zeptomail and I'm so glad to have you all here today join for the webinar. Thank you for taking your time and attending this webinar. I hope that by the end of this webinar, you will be able to walk away with some practical insights and you can directly apply it to your businesses. So with that, we'll get started. So here's what we've planned for today's session. So first, we'll quickly get to know about Zoho and then jump into how we can enhance our password reset emails and make them truly inbox ready. And then we'll also have a closer look at Zoho Zeptomail, what it does, and how you can use it to boost your email deliverability and also create templates using Zeptomail. So this is the agenda. So first, I'll quickly, reintroduce you to Zoho. Most of you know about it already, but I will reintroduce it. So Zoho is a SaaS-based Indian company that builds software to help businesses run end-to-end. We offer over 55 applications that work together within a single unified ecosystem. And we've been in the industry for more than 30 years now. We support over 150 million users across the globe, and we help their businesses operate end to end, regardless of their size. So, this is about Zoho. And among the 55 plus applications, as you all know, today we are here to learn about password reset emails, right? So, within these 55 applications, we have three dedicated solutions for email. So one is Zoho Mail, which is for everyday business communication. And the second one is Zoho Zepto Mail for sending transactional emails. And we have Zoho Campaigns for running promotional or marketing campaigns. So today we are going to focus mainly on transactional emails. So let's start by understanding what transactional emails actually are. So transactional emails are the ones that get triggered instantly when a user performs an action on your website or application. So each transactional email is unique in nature and also specific to that of the user. They carry information that's directly related to the user, and they are time sensitive in nature and also acts as an acknowledgement to the action performed by the user. So when you see transactional emails, these emails have to reach on time and the users are waiting to receive these emails, right? So, and that's why transactional emails tend to have much higher open rates compared to marketing emails. Now let's look at some examples of transaction emails. So when I say transaction emails, all the OTP emails, payment reminders, confirmation emails, welcome emails, invoice emails, verification emails, password reset emails, and many more to this. So these emails are triggered in real time and these come under transaction emails. And today we will be focusing specially on password reset emails. So first, let's understand what a password reset email really is. So think about any product or an app or a website that you use regularly. So it could be an e-commerce app or a banking platform or anything. So at some point, your users are going to forget their password and maybe they want to reset it. So at that moment, right after they choose reset password or forgot password, an email should be triggered, right? An email is triggered to the user. So this email usually has a secure link to reset password or an OTP to verify their identity. So the main purpose of sending password reset email is to help regain access to their account quickly and securely. So when we look at the importance of these emails, we are connecting with the users instantly. So when someone forgets their password and your business is sending an email right away to them, then you have an instant communication with your user. And your users rely on these emails to complete the important action, that is resetting their password. So when you reach them on time, quickly and securely, it will build trust in your product or service. So when you build trust, And also, when you send them emails on time, this will increase their user experience. And also, when you include clear instructions within these emails, this will help the users resolve the issue on their own and they won't depend on your support. So, this will drastically reduce your support tickets. Okay, so moving on to the role of password reset email. So, when you craft a password reset email, there are two aspects that we need to look into. So one is the email triggered by the user, and the other one is the email that was not triggered by the user. So let's see each cases. So the first one, the email triggered by the user. So this is the most common and ideal scenario where the user genuinely tries to reset their password. So in this case, the email should clearly guide them with a reset link or OTP, expiry time for the link, and then relevant account details and simple steps to follow. Whereas the next use case is the emails generated by the system. So this is triggered as a part of a security check, or it is initiated due to any suspicious activity on an account. So in this scenario, the password reset email should clearly include account details, steps to secure the account, support contact information, and also additional notes to help the user stay safe in the future. So now we have come to the next part of the session where we will learn to craft a perfect password reset email. So with these scenarios that we've seen in mind, we can now learn how to write it. So when it comes to password reset emails, both content and deliverability equally matters. So first we'll see the content part. The first thing when a user receives an email, he sees for like the user sees for the sender name or the subject line. So that's what helps them decide whether to open the email or whether they can trust it or not. So here is something that you need to do. So keep your subject lines very simple, focus on clarity over creativity. And the subject line should clearly communicate them the purpose of the email. So, for example, if the user initiated it, keep it simple, something like reset your password, forgot your password, reset it now. But if it is a system generated one, make it clear that the action is required, secure your account, something like that. So these subject lines are on to the point and conveys the purpose of the email. And then when it comes to from address, use something that's professional and trustworthy, like security at yourbrandname.com. Also, try to avoid no reply email addresses for these emails since users might need to reach you out or respond to the email if they have any queries. And the second one is giving the link the center stage. So once the email is opened, the first thing the user looks for in a password reset email is the link or the button to reset their password. So your CTA really matters here. So make it prominent. So don't hide it inside long paragraphs. It should be easy to spot right away. Use large buttons and readable fonts and also keep it visually clear. Use readable text and colors that work well in both light and dark mode. And then you have to design your email templates for mobile phone interaction as well. So there is a rule called the thumb rule. So most users open emails on their phones. So they are scrolling with one thumb. So make sure your CTA is easy to tap, easy to find and placed where it naturally fits the thumb movement. Yes. Next is setting the context. So this is also very important for an email because always after the person figures out where the link is placed, next he would read the first line of your email. So make sure you clearly convey them why the email was sent. So if it is a user generate initiated one, you can say we received a request to reset your password. So if it is a system triggered one, you can say, "We noticed unusual activity on our account and recommend updating your password." And moving on to the next thing. So you have to keep it very uh, short and to the point, and never use any storytelling or long marketing messaging or any marketing language in your emails, as this is not your campaign email. So make sure to use simple language and make it very clear for your users. The next one is very important. Make sure to include all the precise details of your user. So they're relevant details like account ID, email ID, or any unique identifier that helps them make feel more authentic and trustworthy. So, for example, instead of saying something generic like, "Here's the password reset link for your account," you can make it more specific by adding the username, and this would make the email feel more personalized and adds a layer of authenticity to the user. Next one is giving clear instructions. So the user comes to the email just to get the instructions on what to do next. So make sure to place them in the right place, and you have to tell them where to click, what happens after they click the link, and when the link will expire. And this would help the users act quickly without any confusion. So you can use instructional language like "click the link," "use the link below," and this would help them perform the action. And the next thing is give them a way to contact support. This is also very important, as things can go wrong anytime. Yeah. So make sure you provide a clear support option, whether it's a support email, a contact number, or a help center link. You can add it and help users to reach out to you easily. And the next part is avoid marketing content. So before we saw using marketing language can destroy the purpose of the email. So again, adding product promotions or discount banners or unrelated links to promote your product might overshadow the primary purpose of the password reset emails, and it can distract the user from taking the main action. So make sure to avoid marketing content. So far we saw about content. Now the next three best practices will be on how to design it. Okay. So now coming to the design part, make sure your email stays consistent with your brand. So include your latest logo, use your brand colors throughout the email, and keep the tone aligned with your brand voice. And the next best practice about designing uh, is very important, because whenever you develop a template for your password reset emails, make sure to include a plain text version of your password reset email. So sometimes when you have it in HTML version, it may not load properly and images might get blocked or something or the other happens. So in those cases, the plain text version ensures the user can still access the reset link and complete the action without any interruption. Finally, always test your emails before sending it out. Check if the button is working perfectly, click the link and make sure it's working correctly, and also see how the email looks across different devices. Also, watch out for small details like typos and loading issues. So these might seem very minor, but they can impact the user experience, right? So make sure to test them before sending it to your customers. So here is a simple and effective template that brings together all the best practices that we've covered so far. So so we have a short and clear subject line, and then a clear context setting at the beginning. And then there's instructions to click the link and reset the password, a prominent and easy to read CTA that stands out, and the link's validity or expiry time, and also with clear support contact details. So make sure to keep it short so that the user doesn't have to scroll it and read everything. They can easily perform the action. Okay, so with that, we will move on to the next part of the webinar where I'll be sharing the pro tips to improve your password reset email templates by industry. So, first is e commerce. So, every e commerce brand has its own application or website. So, whenever a customer clicks on forgot password, an email should be triggered to their registered email address. So, here the goal is to help users securely reset their password, reassure and guide them, and gently nudge them back to continue shopping. So, the pro tip here is to um, add your verified logo in the inbox. So there is something called BINI, which means brand indicators for message identification. So this lets you display your verified logo directly in the inbox. So your customers can instantly trust and recognize your emails. So we also have a lot of favorite e-commerce brands, right? And we'll recognize them just by looking at the logo. So this would help your customers to recognize your brand, and by implementing this it can boost customer trust and also brand visibility. So here is an example of an e-commerce password reset email. So here the key focus is you need to keep it very short, and you need to have all the informations, and it should reach users instantly. So here's a small example. And then we have the fintech or the banking services. So banks usually send a high volume of password reset emails every day. And here the most important factor is security, because these emails often involve sensitive customer information. So that's why banks and fintech companies encourage users to update their passwords regularly, like typically every few months, to stay secure. So during these moments, password reset emails play a crucial role in helping users. And users also expect the banks to have a safer space where they can reset their password without any hassle. So there is a pro tip here. So you can use a highly time sensitive reset links, ideally that would expire within 10 to 15 minutes. Also, like if there is an unusual activity in an account or something, maybe you can add the details of the device or the location in the email. So this would add more trust for your users, and they can easily act on what should be done next. So here is a email template. So this is for the use case where the user initiates a password request. So there is the context being set and a prominent CTA, and we've also added time sensitive links, security tips, and also support details. And here is the one that is initiated from the banks. Uh, so again, the same thing here. Moving on to the next thing, that is SaaS based platforms. When businesses use software tools, they are handling a lot of important data like customer details, passwords, and many more to perform to make their businesses perform. So here, the goal is to make the password reset process fast, secure, and frictionless. So you want your users to reset their password quickly and get them right back to their workflow without any disruption. So here the pro tip would be you need to prioritize on security. So use reset links with limited validity, and make sure your emails are sent through a service that meets all compliance standards. And here's an example. So the context is being set, and then there's a legible CTA and also shorter expiry duration. Next is educational platforms. Let's um, So here also the focus is same. So the user needs to get their password reset emails on time so that they can get back to whatever they were learning or anything. So the goal is to keep them going. So you can add a bit of content right after the link where you can gently nudge the users to get back to where they left off. So here is an example. So here we've started it with setting the context and with a prominent CTA, and there's a one-time password expiry link, and then help links, and also there is a progress streak to encourage users to get back to their courses. Next industry is travel. So this is one of my favorites. Like we all use many travel platforms. So here also timing matters the most because the users is often in the middle of planning a trip. So the goal here is to help the users reset their password quickly, securely, and without any confusion. So the pro tip would be during these moments, you can keep the email tone light and a bit adventurous, and also gently remind users to get back to what they were doing, like whether it's a they are booking a flight or reserving a hotel. So it could help them to quickly finish the action and get back to whatever they are doing. So this is an example. And then there's healthcare and wellness applications. So here, uh, when it comes to healthcare industry or wellness, there are some sensitive personal information being handled. So maintaining confidentiality is very crucial here. So your password reset emails should clearly reflect that sense of security and trust. So here the pro tip would be you need to reinforce privacy with a reassuring line like your data is protected with us. So something like this would help them. And this is an example of a healthcare password reset email. So yeah, so this is these are different pro tips and examples of password reset emails based on different industries. So the next part is the most important one. So now that we've learned about crafting the email, so the next half of the webinar is going to be about how to improve email deliverability for these time sensitive emails. So, the first thing, the most important thing to keep in mind. So, never mix your marketing and transactional emails on the same infrastructure. So, here's why you shouldn't do it. If your marketing emails get marked as spam, it can hurt your sender reputation. And when that happens, even your critical emails like password reset emails can start landing in the spam folder too. So that's why it's always a good idea to keep them separate. So using a dedicated infrastructure for transactional emails gives them a much better chance of reaching the inbox. And the next thing is um, using a reputable IP and verified domains. So every email you send carries the reputation of the IP address and the domain it is being sent from. So, and this reputation directly impacts whether your email reaches the inbox or spam folder. So, think of this like your airport security. Just like we go through checks before boarding, email providers also run checks on your emails. So they would check IP address and the domain that is being used to send the emails. So before allowing your email into the inbox of your customers, these check happens. So once the check is done, it will allow the emails to your customers. So if there is any history of spam or blacklisting, then your emails are less likely to be trusted and it may not reach your users at all. So choose your email service carefully and always send your emails from reputable IPs and verified domains. So by that way, your password reset emails can reach the inbox right on time. Third crucial thing is security. So, when it comes to password reset emails, security is not optional, but they are a basic necessity. So, in these emails, you'll be dealing with sensitive information like account details, reset links, and sometimes even OTPs. So, it is important to choose a service that ensures secure transmission of emails. That follows compliance with global standards and regulations, has strong data protection measures, because at the end of the day it's all about keeping your users information safe. So that's all matters, right? Okay. So now that we've seen about crafting emails, about deliverability, maintaining a separate infrastructure, you might be thinking, okay, so having a separate infrastructure for my business could cost so much. Yes. So if you're someone thinking this way, I would want to let you know that you would get all of this, like great email deliverability, fast and inbox deliverability, and good sender reputation, and also a separate infrastructure. And at the same time, you can save 73 percentage for per email cost. So you heard me right. Introducing you to Zoho Zeptomail, which is built with the purpose to exclusively send only transactional emails. So in Zeptomail, we do not allow any marketing or promotional emails to be sent from our infrastructure. So you might ask me, why should you consider Zeptomail for sending your password reset emails? Yes. So here are four checklists that I have. So we'll see one by one, and you will know like how Zeptomail helps you to land their emails in the inbox and not the spam folder. So first one is deliverability. Firstly, Zeptomail maintains a separate infrastructure to send only time sensitive transactional emails like password reset emails. So, like I said before, we do not mix marketing or promotional emails along with these emails. So, as I said, it has a dedicated infrastructure. So, because of that, it will help you to strengthen and protect your sender reputation. So, your emails reach your users' inbox reliably on time. So, this is about email deliverability. The next thing is about speed. So, our delivery is optimized for password reset emails that need to reach users quickly. In fact, Zeptomail's time to inbox is among the best in the industry. We deliver all your emails within seconds across major email providers. So, as I said, you get a good deliverability speed with Zeptomail. Next is security. So, as you all know, password reset emails carry sensitive and confidential information, which is why Zeptomail has a number of measures in place to ensure security and privacy. So, let me quickly walk you through how Zeptomail ensures security at every level. So, we've built multiple layers of protection so your transaction emails stay safe and reliable. First is physical security. So it all starts with our data centers. We use top level physical security measures to protect infrastructure. And we have data centers in India, UAE, Europe, and many more places. So next is email data protection. So we support authentication standards like SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. So these help verify that your emails are genuinely coming from you and prevent spoofing or phishing. And next one is data encryption. We also ensure like your data is encrypted at every stage. That means encryption at rest when the data is stored, and also during transit when emails are being sent. So your data stays protected end to end. And the final thing is secure access in Zeptomail. So we have features like two-factor authentication, which adds an extra layer of security during login. You can also set user level permissions to control access within your team, and even restrict access based on IP addresses for added protection. So, this is about the security that we have here. And as a testament to our security commitment, Septomail has been awarded with multiple industry standard compliance certifications like HIPAA, GDPR, etc. And we all know that Zoho is known for privacy. So, as mentioned, we do not own your data, you do. We will never sell your data, we will never do advertisements. So, with that, the security check is also checked off. You might wonder, so you get good deliverability, you have good speed, you have good security, but you might wonder how much it costs, right? So yeah, so Zeptomail is affordable and it's pocket friendly. So You don't have monthly charges here. We run on a credit based system, and you only pay for the emails that you use. So, with one credit, you can send up to 10,000 emails, and each credit is valid for 6 months. So, in India, one credit is priced at rupees 150 rupees, and also globally, it's 2.5 USD. And also, the pricing changes for different regions. So, I will be adding the pricing page link where you can view your pricing based on your region. So yeah, so going back to the checklist, I can say that Zeptomail checks off all these key criteria. So you might think that I'm just saying this for the webinar, but you can hear it from one of our customers, Nalendran, who is the IT head of Alice Blue India. So Alice Blue India is a leading trading platform with over 5 lakh clients using their mobile and web applications. So they were using a well-known email service provider before, but faced sending limit issues due to their high email volume. So after testing Zeptomail, they adopted it for uninterrupted email sending and better email deliverability. Today, Zeptomail has become their primary transactional email service across the business. And you know what? They were able to save 73% of their per email cost by switching to Zeptomail. That is awesome, right? So, yeah. So, you can also give it a try. And also, if you're signing up with Zeptomail, you will be rewarded with one free credit for trial and you can try it out. Yes. So with that, you may have the question like how to connect my application or website to Zeptomail. So there are two ways in which you can connect. So one is SMTP for quick and easy setup, and then API for deeper integration. So in our UI, we have an option under each agent. So there's SMTP option where you can plug in your app with. So if your app is built over another application, then you can easily plug in your application with Zeptomail by adding the SMTP credentials, port value, username, and password. So if your application is built from scratch, it's best to go with API. So you can copy the particular API code and then paste the code in your application. So that's it. You'll be integrating your application with Zeptomail. And once you verify your domain, you can start sending your emails. So next, let's have a sneak peek into Zeptomail's features. So this is the dashboard. Here we can have a look at the number of emails being sent, delivered, failed, bounced, and also you get an overall mail analysis report. There's credit information, setup information, and more. Okay. The first feature that Zeptomail has is agents. So agents is to keep your space organized, and it also helps you to manage your transactional emails better. So let's say I have an e-commerce store or something, and I'm sending out a lot of emails. So maybe I'll have an agent for each email. So I have for password reset, I'll have one for shipping, I'll have one for order confirmation. So you can create different agents for different purposes. And in this way, if you do it, you can easily track and monitor each of them separately. So this is agents. And under each agent, you'll have a section called processed emails. So these act as email logs where you can check the status of each email you've sent. The next is email templates. So we have an email template library where you have different ready to use templates. You can pick one and start editing, or you can also choose a blank template to uh, build one from scratch. And we also have a template editor to enhance your emails. We have two types of editors. One is HTML and plain text version. So now we'll have a quick walkthrough on how to create a password reset email template in Zeptomail. So from the dashboard, I'll choose the agent that I've created for password reset email. So then I'll go to the template section and click on add new template. So there is a template library from which you can choose it. So for now, I'm going to the category and I'm going to choose password reset email. So as I said before, you can also use blank template to create one from scratch. So now I'm going to use the existing template from Zeptomail. So once the template is open, I'll name the template so that I can easily refer to it later. I'm giving it password reset Silk Fashions, and also add subject line, forgot your password, reset it now. Yes. So once that is done, you can start editing your template. You can bold it, use italics option, or underline it. So there are a lot of other features also, like you have different um, styles of fonts. You can also increase or decrease the font size. You can change font colors, highlight it. You can justify it. So you can do whatever you want with all the tools that is available there. Yes. So once that is done, so there are certain tags here. Okay. So the name, the username, the product name, or how many hours. So these are some of the few things that will vary from user to user. So these are called variables. So here is an option called merge tag, which you can use it uh, to fill in the values of the user when the email is being sent. So this can automatically replace the values of the user. Yeah. And the next thing is, if you want to add an image or something, you can use the insert image option. And then if you want to hyperlink your support email or the URL of your website, you can use the option and click insert so that you can hyperlink it. So as I mentioned earlier, we have two types of editors. So one is HTML editor. So when you go to the HTML editor, you can see the code and you can edit it. So if you're a tech savvy person, then you can play around the codes and make your password reset emails look very beautiful. Yes. So these are some of the options there. And yeah, we can go back to the editor. We also have a plain text mode. If you want, you can switch to it. So now that I'm not going there, so yeah, so you can switch to it and see it, and then you can add the template, and now the template gets added. So again, I can click on the saved template. I can have a preview of my template. So the first section is template information, where I get a preview of my email template. I can edit it here as well. I can have a clear desktop view, and then I can also see how it looks on mobile. So after checking all of this, I can also quickly check how it looks on dark and light modes. So I can check whether my font is visible, the colors are visible. Yes. So once it's done, I can go to the next section, edit template, if I have to do any. And if this is okay, I can save it. Again, there are two different editors here as well, HTML and plain text. And the third section will be testing it. So once your email template is ready, as I told you, you can test it from here itself. You can send a test email to your email address. So once that is done, that's it. And you can view the template details under the template section and also view the report for each template that you've created. So that's about Zeptomail's email templates. The next feature is email tracking and reports. So apart from templates, this is also a nice feature wherein you can enable the tracking so that each agent will be tracked separately, and you can monitor deliveries, opens, clicks, bounces, reason for bounces, and everything. So once it is tracked, we add it as reports for easy monitoring. So you can download overall reports, custom reports, and also bounce reports separately. So this is the overall report. So here is a detailed bounce report. Like you'll get reports of why the bounce happened and everything. So this will help you rectify uh, the process, the email, enhance your email templates as well. And then we also provide dedicated IPs for high volume email senders. So with all of these features and separate infrastructure and everything, a lot of brands use Zeptomail to send their transactional emails. So it's not just Alice Blue India. We have multiple leading organizations that send millions of emails using Zeptomail every month. Yes. So with that, we've come to the end of the session. So I hope this session was useful for all of you, and do stay connected with us. You can follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and you can keep up with the latest updates back. Once again, thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.